Every day you wake up with a to-do list longer than you could ever imagine. You dive into your tasks, ticking off items one after another, hoping for a sense of accomplishment. But the truth is, most of us don't feel that sense of satisfaction. Instead, we feel worn out, mentally drained, and often disconnected from the world around us. You're not alone in this feeling. Many people today are battling a constant mental fog, a sense of overwhelm that doesn't seem to go away. In fact, for many, the idea of refreshing the mind feels impossible. The daily grind of work, family obligations, and constant distractions leaves us feeling like our minds are running on empty. We forget how to relax, how to breathe deeply, how to give our brains the time they deserve to refresh. But why does this happen? Why do we wake up tired even after a good night's sleep? Why does the mental exhaustion linger no matter how much we try to push through it? The reality is, the mind needs more than just rest. It needs deliberate, structured care. Without it, we find ourselves stuck in a cycle of stress, anxiety, and burnout. Section 1. Understanding brain refreshment. What does it mean to refresh your brain? When we think of refreshing the brain, what exactly do we mean? Most people associate it with simply resting or taking a break from work, but there's much more to it. Refreshing your brain is about revitalizing your cognitive functions, restoring mental energy, and enhancing focus and clarity. It's a process that goes beyond physical rest. It involves giving your mind the time, tools, and environment it needs to reset, just as you would reboot a computer to improve its performance. Refreshing isn't simply about relaxing when you feel overwhelmed. It's an intentional act of restoring balance to your mental processes. Our brains, like any other part of our body, require care, attention, and proactive maintenance. Without this, we find ourselves sluggish, distracted, and uninspired, trapped in a cycle of mental fatigue. The science of the brain, how it gets tired. The brain, though it weighs only about 3 pounds, is one of the most complex organs in the human body. It's constantly active, processing information, making decisions, and solving problems. However, this constant activity requires a lot of energy, and just like any machine, when it works too long without rest, it starts to slow down. Neuroscience tells us that our brains consume a significant amount of energy, around 20% of our daily caloric intake. When we overwork our brain, this energy is depleted, leading to cognitive fatigue. This is why we often feel exhausted after a long day at work or study. Mental exhaustion can cause poor decision-making, lack of concentration, and even mood changes. Over time, if we don't take proper steps to refresh our brain, it can lead to more severe issues like burnout, anxiety, and depression. Symptoms of mental fatigue. How do you know if your brain is in need of a refresh? Mental fatigue can manifest in several ways that are often easy to overlook, especially when we're busy with everyday life. Here are some common signs. Lack of focus. You find it difficult to concentrate on tasks or retain information. Irritability. Small issues make you feel frustrated or upset. Decreased productivity. No matter how hard you try, it feels like you're not getting things done. Memory problems. Forgetting things or misplacing items becomes more frequent. Sleep issues. You struggle to fall asleep or wake up feeling unrefreshed. Recognizing these symptoms is the first step in understanding how essential it is to refresh your brain. Ignoring these signs can lead to more severe consequences, including burnout. Section 2. Daily habits for a refreshed mind. Sleep. The foundation of mental refreshment. Sleep is the most crucial element in brain refreshment. It is during sleep that our brain undergoes vital processes of repair, consolidation of memories, and detoxification. Without quality sleep, our cognitive functions such as memory, attention, and decision-making begin to deteriorate. Research has shown that the average adult needs between 7 mind hours of sleep for optimal brain function. However, many people overlook the importance of sleep and often sacrifice it for work, social obligations, or entertainment. This creates a vicious cycle where the brain becomes more and more fatigued over time. Without enough sleep, the brain cannot fully recover, and the symptoms of mental exhaustion intensify. Tips for improving sleep quality. Create a sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day to regulate your body's internal clock. Avoid screen time before bed. The blue light emitted by phones, tablets, and computers interferes with the production of melatonin, a hormone that helps you fall asleep. Create a relaxing bedtime routine. Engage in calming activities such as reading a book, taking a warm bath, or practicing deep breathing exercises to prepare your body and mind for sleep. Physical exercise. A mental boost. Exercise doesn't just benefit the body, it's a powerful tool for refreshing the brain. Physical activity increases blood flow to the brain, delivering essential oxygen and nutrients that enhance cognitive function. Regular exercise has been shown to reduce stress, improve memory, and even increase the production of new brain cells. It doesn't take an intense workout to reap the benefits. Even a brisk 30-minute walk each day can significantly improve brain function. The key is consistency. Whether it's going for a run, doing yoga, or participating in a group fitness class, exercise is a proven way to keep the brain sharp and alert. How to incorporate exercise into your daily routine. Take breaks for movement. If you work at a desk, take short breaks every hour to stretch or walk around for a few minutes. Make exercise enjoyable. Find an activity you enjoy, whether it's dancing, hiking, or playing a sport. Stay consistent. Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate exercise per week as recommended by health experts. Nutrition. Fueling the brain. What you eat directly impacts your brain's health. A balanced diet rich in brain-boosting nutrients can enhance memory, concentration, and mental clarity. On the other hand, poor nutrition can lead to brain fog, fatigue, and even mood swings. Foods rich in antioxidants, healthy fats, vitamins, and minerals nourish the brain and support its functions. Omega-3 fatty acids, found in foods like fish, flax seeds, and walnuts, are particularly important for brain health. Likewise, antioxidants from berries, leafy greens, and dark chocolate protect the brain from oxidative stress, a process that can damage brain cells. Brain-healthy foods to include in your diet. Leafy greens, kale, spinach, and broccoli are rich in nutrients that support brain health. Berries, blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries are packed with antioxidants. Nuts and seeds. Walnuts, almonds, and flax seeds are great sources of healthy fats and omega-3 as whole grains. Brown rice, oats, and quinoa provide essential carbohydrates that fuel the brain. Hydration. Staying sharp. Hydration is often overlooked when it comes to brain health. The brain is made up of around 75% water, and staying hydrated is essential for optimal cognitive function. Dehydration can lead to headaches, difficulty concentrating, and a general sense of fatigue. Even mild dehydration can significantly impair brain performance. Tips for staying hydrated. Drink water throughout the day. Carry a water bottle with you and take small sips regularly. Eat water-rich foods. Include fruits and vegetables like cucumbers, watermelon, and oranges in your diet to maintain hydration levels. Limit caffeine. While coffee and tea can provide a temporary energy boost, they can also dehydrate you if consumed in excess. Section 3. Overcoming common barriers. Lack of time refreshing your brain. Even with a busy schedule. In today's fast-paced world, one of the biggest barriers to keeping the brain refreshed is time. Between work, family obligations, social commitments, and personal goals, it often feels impossible to carve out time for brain refreshment. People convince themselves that they are too busy to take a break, and as a result, mental exhaustion builds up. However, the truth is that the more you neglect your mental well-being, the harder it becomes to stay productive, focused, and motivated. The brain needs rest and stimulation to function optimally, and without it you will eventually hit a mental block, reducing your overall effectiveness. How to make time for refreshment. Schedule mental breaks. Just as you schedule meetings or appointments, Schedule time to refresh your brain. A quick 5-minute break every hour to stretch or step away from your workspace can make a significant difference. Prioritize rest. Consider rest as important as any other task. Ensure you get enough sleep and downtime, even if it means delegating tasks or simplifying your daily routine. Combine refreshment with routine activities. You don't need to carve out extra hours in the day for mental refreshment. For instance, you can listen to calming music while commuting, practice mindfulness while eating, or take a short walk after lunch to clear your mind. Stress and anxiety, managing mental strain. Stress is one of the leading causes of mental fatigue. It is a natural response to the demands of life. But chronic stress can lead to significant burnout. Anxiety, worry, and constant pressure on the mind deplete mental energy, leaving little room for creativity, focus, or enjoyment of life. While you cannot eliminate stress entirely, managing it effectively is key to maintaining mental freshness. Stress-reducing strategies. Practice mindfulness and meditation. Mindfulness practices such as meditation and deep breathing help reduce stress by calming the mind and restoring focus. Break tasks into smaller steps. Large, overwhelming projects can cause anxiety. Break them into smaller, manageable tasks to reduce stress. Exercise and physical activity. Physical activity not only benefits the body, but also helps regulate the stress hormone cortisol, reducing the effects of anxiety and stress on the brain. Procrastination, why it drains your brain, and how to stop. Procrastination is another barrier to keeping the brain fresh. When we delay tasks, we pile up mental clutter and cause unnecessary stress. The brain becomes overwhelmed by unfinished tasks, and as a result, it cannot function at its best. Overcoming procrastination is essential for maintaining mental clarity and focus. How to beat procrastination? Use the 2-minute rule. If a task will take 2 minutes or less, do it immediately. This simple habit prevents small tasks from piling up and overwhelming your mind. Break tasks into smaller chunks. Just like with stress, breaking tasks into manageable steps reduces the feeling of being overwhelmed and makes it easier to get started. Set deadlines. Having a deadline, even for small tasks, creates a sense of urgency and motivates you to act rather than delay. Negative thinking patterns. How they drain your brain. Negative thinking can have a profound impact on mental refreshment. Constant self-doubt, pessimism, and overthinking can drain your mental energy and prevent you from staying focused or motivated. Changing negative thoughts. Practice positive affirmations. Replace negative self-talk with positive affirmations. Remind yourself of your strengths and abilities. Challenge negative thoughts. When you catch yourself thinking negatively, challenge those thoughts. Ask yourself whether they are based on facts or assumptions. Focus on solutions, not problems. Shift your mindset from focusing on obstacles to finding solutions. This will help prevent mental drain caused by stress and worry. Section 4. Boosting creativity and mental clarity. Stimulating the brain, techniques for increased creativity. Creativity is often seen as a natural gift, something only certain individuals possess. However, creativity is not an innate talent, it's a skill that can be developed and nurtured with the right techniques and mindset. The brain is capable of extraordinary things, but like any skill, creativity requires practice and stimulation. The brain thrives on novelty. It craves new experiences, challenges, and ideas. When we provide our brain with new stimuli, we engage different parts of the mind, which can lead to enhanced creativity and better problem-solving abilities. The goal is to break free from your usual thinking patterns and explore new ways of approaching challenges. Techniques to stimulate creativity. Change your environment. Sometimes all it takes to spark creativity is a change of scenery. Try working in a different location or rearranging your workspace to promote fresh thinking. Engage in new activities. Take up new hobbies, try learning a new language, or engage in artistic activities like drawing or writing. These activities stimulate the brain in new ways and open up creative pathways. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness helps quiet the noise of the mind, allowing space for new ideas and inspiration to emerge. Regular mindfulness practices can clear mental clutter and create mental clarity. Brain training. Daily exercises for mental sharpness. Just like physical exercise strengthens the body, brain exercises enhance mental agility and clarity. Brain training involves activities designed to improve cognitive abilities, such as memory, focus, and problem solving. While it's important to have long-term strategies for brain refreshment, integrating daily brain training exercises into your routine can have a significant and immediate impact on mental clarity. Brain training activities, puzzles and brain games. Engage in activities such as crossword puzzles, Sudoku, or logic games. These challenges help improve memory, concentration, and problem-solving skills. Memory exercises. Regularly practicing memory exercises, such as recalling lists or sequences, can improve brain function and mental sharpness. Mind mapping. Creating mind maps helps organize thoughts and ideas, allowing for more creative thinking and problem solving. Learning and growth. Keeping the brain refreshed through new knowledge. One of the best ways to keep your brain refreshed is by continuously challenging it. Learning new things stimulates brain activity, creating new neural connections and strengthening existing ones. The more you learn, the more your brain adapts, preventing mental stagnation and increasing overall cognitive flexibility. How to make learning a part of your routine. Read regularly. Reading stimulates the brain and helps improve focus, comprehension, and vocabulary. Whether it's fiction, nonfiction, or articles, reading is a simple way to expand your knowledge base and keep your mind sharp. Take online courses. There's an endless number of courses available online that allow you to learn new skills. Whether it's a creative writing class or a tech-based course, continuous learning nurtures your brain. Explore new ideas. Be curious about different perspectives. Explore new cultures and engage with people from diverse backgrounds. New ideas and worldviews stimulate mental growth and creativity. Section 5. Long-term brain refreshment strategies. Building consistency. The key to sustainable brain health. Consistency is the foundation of any successful habit. Whether it's physical exercise, a balanced diet, or mental refreshment techniques, the key to lasting results is repetition and dedication. The human brain, like the body, thrives on routine. When we build habits that promote mental freshness into our daily lives, we set ourselves up for long-term success. Creating a consistent routine doesn't mean forcing yourself to follow a strict schedule every day. Instead, it means integrating refreshing activities into your life in a way that feels natural and sustainable. Small, consistent efforts lead to big changes over time. How to build consistency in refreshment habits. Start small. Begin with 1 or 2 simple habits, like taking a short walk after lunch or meditating for 5 minutes in the morning. Once these become part of your daily routine, add more habits gradually. Set reminders. Use technology to your advantage. Set reminders on your phone or calendar to prompt you to take breaks, hydrate, or engage in mental exercises. Track your progress. Keep a journal or use a habit tracking app to monitor your daily brain refreshing activities. This will keep you accountable and motivated to stick with your routine. Setting long-term mental refreshment goals. While daily habits are crucial, it's also important to have long-term goals for mental refreshment. These goals give you something to work towards and help you measure progress. Long-term goals provide direction, and they give you a sense of purpose in maintaining your mental health. These goals should align with your overall life vision and the kind of person you want to become. They could involve improving your cognitive performance, reducing stress, enhancing creativity, or simply maintaining a healthy work-life balance. How to set long-term mental refreshment goals. Define what you want to achieve. Be specific about your goals. For example, You could set a goal to reduce stress by practicing mindfulness every day for 30 minutes or improve your memory by completing one brain training exercise daily. Break down goals into manageable steps. Long-term goals can feel overwhelming. Break them down into smaller, actionable steps. This way you can track progress and celebrate small wins along the way. Review and adjust regularly. Life changes, and so will your needs. Regularly evaluate your goals and adjust them as needed to ensure they are aligned with your current situation. Overcoming setbacks. How to stay on track. No matter how well we plan, setbacks are inevitable. Life can throw unexpected challenges our way, be it personal issues, work-related stress, or health concerns. These obstacles can throw us off track and make it difficult to maintain brain-refreshing habits. The key is not to view setbacks as failures, but as opportunities to learn and adjust. The process of refreshing the brain is ongoing, and it's important to be patient with yourself as you navigate through challenges. How to overcome setbacks. Practice self-compassion. Don't be too hard on yourself if you miss a day of meditation or skip an exercise routine. Acknowledge that setbacks happen and approach yourself with kindness and understanding. Reevaluate your goals. If you find yourself consistently struggling to maintain certain habits, reevaluate your goals and break them down further into simpler, more achievable steps. Stay flexible. Life is unpredictable, and it's important to remain adaptable. If a setback occurs, don't give up. Instead, adjust your routine to accommodate your new circumstances and keep moving forward. Section 6. Conclusion. Recap key strategies for keeping your brain refreshed. Throughout this journey, we've explored a range of strategies designed to refresh your brain and keep it in optimal condition. From understanding the science behind mental fatigue to incorporating daily habits that rejuvenate the mind, these steps are all about creating a lifestyle that nurtures mental clarity, creativity, and resilience. Here's a quick recap of the key strategies. 1. Sleep. Prioritize rest, as it is the foundation of mental refreshment. A consistent sleep schedule and quality rest are essential for brain function. 2. Physical exercise. Regular physical activity boosts blood flow to the brain, improves memory, and reduces stress, promoting overall mental wellness. 3. Nutrition and hydration. Feed your brain with nutrient-rich foods and stay hydrated to improve focus and cognitive performance. 4. Mindfulness and meditation. Practicing mindfulness helps clear mental clutter and refresh your brain, leading to better decision-making and creativity. 5. Daily brain training. Engage in activities like puzzles, memory exercises, and reading to keep your brain sharp and enhance cognitive function. 6. Long-term consistency. Building lasting habits that promote brain refreshment is crucial for sustained mental well-being. Set long-term goals and stay adaptable when setbacks arise. Final words of motivation. The journey to keeping your brain refreshed is ongoing, and it's a process of growth and continuous improvement. The key takeaway is that mental refreshment isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Just as you care for your body, it's vital to care for your mind. By implementing the strategies we've discussed, you're setting yourself up for greater productivity, creativity, and well-being. Remember, the most important thing is consistency. Even small efforts, when done regularly, lead to lasting change. Be patient with yourself and allow room for growth as you adapt these strategies into your daily routine. Your brain, like any other part of your body, will thrive when given the care and attention it deserves. Take the first step today. Your refreshed, vibrant mind awaits.